further, welcome to NTV English News Bulletin. I am Bhavana Casey. In the beginning, we have the headlines. Results of all 165 constituencies declared. Congress becomes largest party with 57 wins. Final results of PR vote count 8 to be unveiled. Leaders of five-party coalition to review election results today afternoon stressed oil prices rise following agreement by G7 nations to cap price of Russian oil at $60 per barrel. Move expected to exert pressure on Russia over Ukrainian invasion. And France and England is set to clash in World Cup quarterfinals. Mbappe beats Pele's record with 8 goals. Japan to face Croatia today. Welcome back. You are with NTV English News Bulletin. Now we have the news in details. The results of all 165 constituencies of House of Representatives have been declared, with result of last remaining constituency Dolakha announced this morning. CPN Mao Centre's candidate Ganga Kharki has been elected to the House of Representatives from Dolakha, defeating CPN garnered 36,799 votes, while Siwa Koti secured 36,482 votes. Meanwhile, Nepali Congress has become the largest party, winning 57 seats in the first-past-the-post elections of the House of Representatives. CPN-UML has secured 44 seats, CPN Mao Centre has won 18 seats, while the CPN Unified Socialist has secured 10 seats. Rashtriya Swatantra Party, Rashtriya Prajatantra Party and Janata Samajwadi Party have won 7 seats each, whereas independent candidates have claimed 5 seats. 160, while remaining 110 of the House members will be elected from the proportional representation system. However, final results under proportional representation system is yet to be declared. As per the Election Commission's latest update, the CPN-UML is leading the vote count with 2.78 million votes so far. Similarly, Nepali Congress has obtained 2.66 million votes, followed by CPN Mao Centre with 1.16 million votes. Likewise, the Rashtriya Swatantra Party has garnered 1.12 million votes. Rashtriya Prajatantra Party 586,638 votes. Janata Samajwadi Party 420,924 votes. Janamat Party 420,986 votes, and CPN Unified Socialist obtaining 294,523 votes as of now. As Assembly elections has concluded, the ruling alliance has scheduled a meeting today to review the results. The meeting of the 5 parties in the ruling alliance has been scheduled for today afternoon in Balwatar. Mao's leader Dev Gurung said all aspects of the election and next government would be discussed in today's meeting. Despite separate individual meetings between the top leaders of the alliance after the election, this is the first time the alliance is meeting. As the result of the general election held on November 20 has come to a conclude, the Parliament Secretariat has intensified necessary physical infrastructure construction work for the preparation of the new Parliament meeting. Parliament Secretariat has also stated that it has become difficult to make arrangement as a number of parties with national recognition to the Federal Parliament Secretariat. The oath-taking ceremony will begin and the process of the government formation will proceed. With the formation of the new Parliament, there is also concern about what will happen to the old bills. Bills tabled by the House of Representatives will be inactive, whereas bills originated in the National Assembly will proceed as the business. A new building is also under construction inside Singhadarbar. However, the meeting of the new Parliament will be held at the BICC building in New Baneshwar. With this update, time to go for a short break, but still to come we have. Welcome back now to the international updates. Well, prices rose on Monday following an agreement by the G7 group of nations and its allies to cap the price of Russian oil at $60 a barrel. Brent crude added above 1% to above $86 in Asia trading. The move, which could come into force on Monday, raises Western pressure on Russia over the invasion of Ukraine. It comes after oil producers group OPEC Plus agreed to stick to its policy to reduce production amid slower global growth and higher interest rates. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says the U.S. will not shrink from its unwavering support for Israel despite strong differences with Prime Minister-elect Benjamin Netanyahu's right-wing government. Blinken said that the United States would remain a stalwart friend of Israel even as it pursues goals that Netanyahu has opposed, including a two-state resolution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and a restoration of the languishing 2015 Iran nuclear deal. Blinken also said that a Biden administration would engage with Netanyahu's government based on its policies and not on personalities. The Mauna Loa volcano on Hawaii's Big Island continued erupting Sunday. Geologists with the Hawaiian Volcano Observatory said if Mauna Loa follows historical patterns, they expect the eruption to continue for 1 to 2 weeks. For native Hawaiians, Mauna Loa's eruption on Hawaii's Big Island has a deep cultural significance. Welcome back. Now to more updates. 3 Chinese astronauts have returned to Earth after completing a 6-month mission aboard China's space station. They left for space on 5 June to oversee the final construction stage of Tiangong space station, which was completed in November. The crew touched down on board the Shenzhou 14 spacecraft on Sunday in China's autonomous region of Inner Mongolia. China's space agency had an unforgettable memory in the space station and is excited to return to the motherland, Xinhua State News Agency reported. Hundreds of animals, including elephants and endangered grebisi zebras, have died in Kenya's wildlife preserves during East Africa's worst drought in decades, according to a report. Unprecedented dry spells, the worst drought in 40 years, have decimated East Africa's food and water resources. Local herdsmen displaced by the drought don't hesitate to cut huge chunks of meat from the elephants' carcass. The Kenya Wildlife Service and other bodies counted the deaths of 205 elephants, 381 common zebras, 512 wild beasts, 51 buffaloes, and 12 elephants. Naver Center believes conservation models must change and migratory corridors must be open so the elephants can move to greener areas during the drought. More updates lined up on the other side, but before that, time to go for a short break. Now to sports. On the sports updates from the ongoing FIFA World Cup, Kylian Mbappe scored 2 goals and set up another for Olivier Giroud, giving France a 3-1 victory over Poland and a spot in the World Cup quarterfinals on Sunday. The Paris Saint-Germain defending their title. Robert Lewandowski scored from the penalty spot in second-half stoppage time for Poland. In another round of 16, England captain Harry Kane scored his first goal of this year's World Cup, helping his team beat Senegal 3-0 and setting up a match against France in the quarterfinals. Kane scored for the 52nd time for his country to move within one of Wayne Rooney's England record. He also overtook Gary Lineker as his country's leading scorer in major tournaments with the 11 goals. In round of 16 fixtures slated for today, Croatia is all set to lock horns with Japan in today's first match of the World Cup. The match is slated to kick off at 8:45 p.m. Nepal Standard Time at Al Janoub Stadium. Croatia, runners-up 4 years ago in Russia, qualified second in their group behind Morocco with 2 goalless draws, and five-time champion Brazil is playing against South Korea in the last 16 encounter. Brazil topped Group Z despite that loss, with South Korea piping Uruguay to second place in Group H. Neymar, who missed the games against Switzerland and Cameroon with an ankle injury, can now return for the knockout stages. Well, with this, we come to the end of this English News Bulletin, but before we say goodbye, let's have a quick reminder of the major stories. The results of all 165 constituencies declared. Congress becomes largest party with 57 wins. Final results of PR vote count 8 to be unveiled. Leaders of five-party coalition to review election results today afternoon stress there is no alternative to ruling alliance. Well, $5 per barrel move expected to exert pressure on Russia over Ukrainian invasion. And France and England set to clash in World Cup quarterfinals. And Mbappe beats Pele's record with 8th goal. Japan to face Croatia today. That's all we have in this edition of English News Bulletin. So I'll see you again with next round of English Bulletin at 6 in the evening. Till then, have a great time ahead and stay tuned with us. Namaste.